Kimberley, one of the children's librarians from the West Linn Public Library, and I'm coming to you today with a very important public service announcement, that being graphic novels are real books, period. As a children's librarian who has worked both in public schools and in public libraries for 10 plus years, this is the number one thing I defend most, that graphic novels are real books. So many grown-ups have a very different opinion, and hopefully in the next couple of minutes, you'll change it. Now, it's not just me saying that graphic novels are amazing and extremely valuable for children. The American Library Association thinks so too. In fact, in 2020, the Newbery Medal, which is for the most distinguished book in children's literature, was awarded to Jerry Craft's New Kid, a graphic novel. In 2016, Roller Girl won a Newbery honor. In 2015, El Defo won a Newbery honor that same year in 2015. So we're seeing more of this format, graphic novels, being valued so extensively, not just by your school librarians, your public librarians, but by the American Library Association. So grown-ups, graphic novels are incredible because they are a different format. They are a format that allows a story to be told in one book in two ways. And this format really allows for those images to tell a story and then for the text to tell a story. The beauty of these is these images have to be extremely impactful because they tell a huge bulk of the story. So they have to be beautiful. They have to be engaging. They are what captures so much of kids' attention. We all love to look at pretty things. And then there is the text. Now, because this is not just text, the text has to be extremely succinct, therefore very impactful. So not only are graphic novels beautiful pieces of art to look at and in telling us a story, they are also told with incredibly beautiful, succinct language. And when you put those two ways of telling a story together in one book, you get a very powerful, engaging book for kids that you can read both in the images as well as with the words. Another bonus to graphic novels. Grown-ups, if you have a reluctant or a striving reader, go for the graphic novels. Reluctant readers seem to have fun, probably because they're not so text dense and they have some amazing images. For striving readers get two ways to interpret the story, both through the images, which can show some nuances that we can't see in text, and in the text, which may be able to explain some things we don't see in the images. So for both reluctant and striving readers, graphic novels are an incredibly perfect choice. Now, I hope that makes you think a little bit differently, and actually, I hope it brings great value to what I hope is a new concept of a graphic novel and why we librarians love them so much. My experience has been for reluctant readers, I can hand them graphic novels, whatever age, there's multiple ones I choose. I'm batting 1,000. They come back having appreciated the story, both in image and in text, and want more. Which brings me to the other really important point that I want to tell you, grown-ups. Let kids read what they want to read. Whether it's a comic book, a graphic novel, anything. You should be so proud of them for having their head buried in a book. It means that they love reading in whatever format. Let them love reading in whatever format they love at the moment. At some point, they'll get bored with that format and want to read something else. But it is when we put our own thoughts on them about graphic novels or what we think they should read, we squelch that. And it makes me really, really sad because my goal, my passion as a children's librarian is to let kids read what they want and to find whatever format or whatever genre they love most so that they too can fall in love with books and fall in love with reading. Okay, so yes, graphic novels are real books. 1, they're amazing. And 2, let your kids read what they want. All right, that's all the public service announcement I have for today. Thanks, friends.